Hey y'all, it's me again, video number 3. Not sure if you found videos 1 and 2 yet, but I'm Saraya from Hindsight and Beyond, and I'm on my lunch break once again. I am making videos now in my old age of 48. I know some would say that's not old, but sometimes I feel as though it is, based on the fact that I don't feel as accomplished as I would like to. So as I eat lunch, I ask that you ignore anything that you see that doesn't look like I have any type of home training or anything, because I'm eating some hot dogs. But I wanted to post while I am eating lunch. I'm not going to be able to post while I'm working. I work on productivity now, and I don't want to get in trouble. So as I eat my hot dogs with this lovely mustard, I just wanted to drop a few things into your ear space. I wanted you to know that as we move forward and end out this year and move into 2025, there are some things that I want to tackle regarding my decision making. When I think about one thing in particular, I bought a home at the end of December 2022. And when I bought that home, I was already on the verge or thinking about leaving education. And so when I decided to do that, and I was able to finally, a year after, it's been a while, get a new job and, start my career, what I'm doing now, which is medical coding, which affords me the lovely opportunity of working at home. I didn't realize the financial struggles that I was going to encounter. I don't know why. I just didn't think that it was going to be so, so deep and detrimental, but it really has been, y'all. So as an educator, you know that we're often, the people that don't make what we should. We're often the people that don't. It's a notification. The people that, just don't get as much as respect as we should. We go through things in the classroom with our students that we shouldn't, things with parents, things with, our leadership, all the above, and then don't get paid enough for it. So now that I'm finally able to transition into a new career, I'm excited for that. But guess what? I only make a fraction. I know that I mentioned this on another video, but this is probably my top lesson that I must share with you. Before you transition out of being an educator or whatever your job is, whatever your career is now, if it's mental health that's causing you to walk away and to try to do something new, do that. But make sure you have a cushion. Make sure you have a financial cushion. Make sure you have savings or you're working toward that. Make sure you really understand what you could potentially be making in your new career, because you don't know if that's going to be able to sustain you, such as your other job, your other career, the thing you did before. So while my mental state is a total 180 from what it used to be as an educator, my finances have almost brought me back to that state. I mean, I am basically up to here. I feel like I'm, barely above water. And I know I can't be the only one, but this is my own personal experience. This is the decision that I made. So yes, I have to lay in it, but it's my job and it's my intention on this channel to reflect, to go back, think about those things that I did and what maybe caused me to do them, which I just told you was my mental health and, me putting that first and foremost, because I have a family to take care of. I have a 10-year-old. I need to be here for him. I have grandkids, etc. I know for a fact that if I can retrace my steps and figure out where I went wrong finally and understand, those decisions were not the best to make, then I know that moving forward, I can stop myself from making those same mistakes. We're supposed to learn from our mistakes. Okay? I made mention before in a previous video that sometimes I make decisions based off emotion. And surely when you're under mental stress and strife, you're prone to do something like that. You don't always think things through. Okay. So I know that the economy was bad, but I didn't know it was bad. I didn't know that it was going to affect me as a homeowner. So I need to take a bite. I haven't eaten yet. I know that the economy is bad. I just didn't know that it was going to affect me to the point where I regret becoming a homeowner. This was my dream, y'all. As a former married person, I wasn't able to do that. And just knowing that I was able to get a house on my own, that I got my credit to a place where I never thought it would ever be, a place that it never was before, that I was able to save actual coins and buy a house, y'all. It's like I felt like I'd be letting something slip through my fingers if I didn't do that. And I let that dream kind of become my main priority and just take over, I guess, my faculties, because I just didn't think things through. So while I bought this house, because it was a lifelong dream, I didn't feel like I was doing it out of selfishness. But had I thought it through just a little bit more, had I done my research more, had I not just jumped on the first house that my budget said that I can afford, because y'all, I picked the wrong house. I'll share with you in future videos the things that have gone wrong since I've had this house, y'all. But when I tell you, if I could do it all again, hindsight 2020, I would have waited. I would have waited. Now, one thing I do want to say to y'all, well, good old Joe, he was able to forgive my student loans. So he was able to put in place the fact that my student loans were forgiven. So because I was an educator, eventually after I filed for the PFLS or whatever it's called, I can't remember, so many acronyms, I'm burnt out on acronyms. But my loans got forgiven. But guess what? They got forgiven after I became a homeowner. But had I had the wherewithal and had I had the patience to wait to buy, maybe I would have waited until after those loans were forgiven, and then I would have been able to buy more house. Okay? Not to say that I can afford more house now, but I would have given myself more time to pay down more of my debts. Case in point, my car note. If I would have really thought things through, I wouldn't have a car note, y'all. Not only would I not have a car note, I wouldn't have the student loans, and then maybe I wouldn't be in this financial predicament that I'm in. I'm in quicksand, y'all. I'm underwater, y'all, and I can't swim. Okay? So don't be me, okay? Make your decisions, do what you need to do to get yourself mentally right on these jobs, because they're going to replace you if you fall out. If they take you out in the ambulance or the stretcher, they're going to replace you. They'll have somebody in your seat before it even get cold. Okay? So as I sit here and I think about the fact that I'm blessed beyond measures because I do get to work from home in this new job, and that I'm not in a cardboard box. Okay, I'm not in a pine box neither, praise God, but that I'm not living on the street, but I'm struggling. It's my job to not repeat those same mistakes, because I promise you, the next time, if I'm able to be a homeowner again, if God blesses me again with another home, the one that I actually dreamt of having, the one that had all the stuff on my wish list that I felt like I was going to be able to get, I promise my eyeball is going to be to every wall, every corner, every crevice of the house, the neighborhood, the street, how the neighborhood looks. Just everything that I ignored because I turned a blind eye. Any red flag that there was, I turned a blind eye to it. And I'm not going to do that the second time around, because I'm going to learn from mistakes in hindsight, okay? So that I can move beyond, all right? Let me enjoy the rest of my lunch. I hope that you find this video, and if you find this video at all interesting, you can relate to anything that I said. If there's anything that I've done that's encouraged you to be more of a thinker and researcher and reflector of your own actions and how you can turn those around in order to make things better in your life, if they're not where you want now, then make sure that you click that subscribe button. Let's be friends, Okay? Let's get together. Let's talk. Let's conversate. Let's help one another. Let's support. Okay? See you. Bye.